and also our participants who join with us in this morning. So allow me to introduce a brief introduction on our guest speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Siti Rohaida. She is an Associate Professor at School of Management, USM. She graduated with a BBA from the University of Missouri, Kansas City, USA, and MBA degree from the USM. So she has joined USM in July 2007 after completing a PhD at the University Technology Mara Shah Alam. So currently, our doctor is attached to Strategic and Organization Management section at USM and teaches OB related courses. Currently, she is a Deputy Dean of Academic Career and International. So she has published a various indexed and non-indexed journal. She also leads number of grants, research grants, and recently she was awarded a research grant from Ministry of Education. Congrats, Doctor. She actively invited as a speaker for both leadership and research methodology related topics in various institutions. So in 2012, she was appointed by Malaysian Prison Department as a researcher on a study of parallel system in Malaysia. She also was appointed as a research fellow for the Ministry of Human Resource Malaysia to study on transport workers. So this is brief introduction on our guest speaker today. I hope today's session will benefit most of us and we have the chance to learn from her. So now I pass the floor to our Associate Professor Dr. Siti Rohaida.
Alright, thank you. Assalamualaikum and good morning to all. You guys can hear me well, right?
Salam, yes.
Okay. I'm actually searching on the screen on how to make I can see everybody, but I cannot see any button. But never mind. As long as you can hear me, so I need somebody to keep on giving feedback if you somehow lost the connections of mine. No. Alright. Managing supervisor relationships. As being introduced by Malini just now. Thank you, Malini, for the introduction. My name is Iraida binti Muhammad Zainal. Basically, through what Malini said, I did my degree at University of Missouri, Kansas City. Then I came back, did my master and PhD. I'm currently attached at School of Management. For Dr. Yudi, if you miss us, that is our building. Right? You have my email address. Other than the Deputy Deans of Academic Career International, I am a section member, a permanent section member at Strategy and Organization Management as well as International Business. The one that you can see far on the green box there, lower bottom, my family member. Those, these two are the one who actually anchor the motivation, who keep on there or having any issue. They are the one who always stand up. So that is how we start motivation in life, no? Okay. As promised, we are here to share a bit about our motivations. Right? Please, at any point of the particular sharing, don't even think about that you guys are having low motivation. No, the reason why we have this session is for us to make sure that we are actually having keep on the momentum. We want to have the momentums of having these motivations. So I purposely put up this one. This is my wall of fame. They are those people who actually craft their story. They actually craft their success. I was there to be part of the process. The contribution coming from mine is very minimum. I was their supervisor, but I think whatever that they have now, 99.9% are coming from their side. Right? I am here actually to more in terms of looking at the process, the guidance, the one that I give, the supervision, that one I give, but the one that actually make up their story, their success are themselves. All right, just give me a few more minutes so that I can see how to actually show this without having set up slideshow. All right, this is the rough individual. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, at least I can see more people are coming. Some at the lobby. I'm looking at how actually to make it better to see my pictures, but I cannot see my pictures. Okay. These are the few students that coming from my storyline, right? They are the one who are the superhero in their life in crafting their be it for PhD or even for master level. All right. My dear students, representing University Malaysia Pahang, thank you very much for inviting me to be part of your journey, to be part of your success soon to be, right? I'm here to just to share a very informal session to talk about a bit on motivation and how actually we can improve further in terms of the process, right? This is the only objective. I always begin my talk with an objective, a clear objective coming from my side. We are here, me and you, to take a look on how actually we want to mitigate this journey. We want to make sure that at the end of the day, it becomes a success story, right? Okay. PhD is a long journey. Despite people say a lot of acronym to PhD, but for me, it's a special journey that going to make us even better, even become even more successful in our life. They're going to be part of our achievement. All right, 2 minutes. All right, how to mitigate this particular journey, all right? Okay. Okay. We keep on going to this particular slide. Okay, this is the one. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that happiness is the one that we have. The light, the one that we're going to uphold later, right? Going to tell us a lot of story. It consists a lot of memories, right? But at the end of the day, we want to have the happiness, right? So keep your momentum to always be at par, hoping to see that particular light, right? That particular tunnel might be a long tunnel. You might only see a dim type of light. But then believe me, at the end of the day, when you manage to end the journey, it's going to be a moment that you're going to cherish because you have put a lot, right? You have to do a lot of things. You have to sacrifice a lot of things, right? Each of us, if you are going to this particular slide, the one that have this, right? Each of them have their own story. And I believe those who already end, Dr. Yudi can agree with me. We have our own story. I have my own story, right? The one that keep up us to do our PhD, to finish our PhD is motivation. And part of the motivation is coming from the supervisor, part of it. The other half of it are coming from us as a students, right? I have been both students and supervisors. Now still do the supervision process. I know some of us might have a few bad memories, but it's going to be soon to be going to be a very good one so that we can achieve like the success that we want. Be it whatever that you are doing, regardless whether you are at PhD level, whether you are master level, right? In our life, people can only see the tip of iceberg. The one that they see, the bottom one, the above one, right? People see. Very nice view, people impressed on whatever that we have, right? Without knowing deep inside, these are the things that we have to do. These are the things that we have to face. These are the things that we experience, right? Okay, but we are not here. I'm not here to tell you the bad things of PhD. No, I'm going to share with you why is that some of the issue in terms of the managing supervisor and supervisor relationship, which I hope that you guys can see from both sides. right? You can see from the supervisor side, you can also see from the student side, right? So we want to improve further. We want to make sure that we understand both sides, because a good relationship, an effective relationship always begin with good understanding, right? It always begin with good chemistry. Unfortunately, these two are very subjective. How do I measure I have good chemistry? How do I measure I have good understanding, right? But we are not here to measure that. We are here to make sure that we do have, or we make initiative to have that particular understanding, to have that particular in terms of the effort that being put by both parties, right? So nothing in this particular world that we can achieve if we are alone. Nothing, right? We do need somebody to be there, somebody to assist us. It's just that the gravity might be differ, right? It might be differ. But whatever it is, we cannot achieve anything by ourselves. We need other people's. We need assistance coming from other people. We need, if it's not assistance, it might come from moral support. We need to have that, right? Okay, we are not here to take a look the bottom side, what are the failure, what is the disappointment. We're not going to take a look at that, but we rather to understand why and how we want to mitigate this journey of supervisor-supervisor relationships. All right. When we register for PhD, which I think that you guys also have the same perspective, right? We thought that some of us having registered for PhD, we thought that it's like a break from our work. It's like a break from something, right? We want to go for something that can give us a peace of my mind, right? We were thought that it's only work, it's only part of social, right? And it's a lot of socialization process where we have to go and do literature review, we have to go to the library and collect information, we have to do a lot of things, but more in terms of interaction with human beings, right? People always think that we do have some rest. Unfortunately, reality is that particular pie now is not only being split into three. There are many other things that come into the picture, right? For me and the rest of your supervisor, maybe we did this and we managed to achieve that successful journey. But you guys are doing it, so you are experiencing it now, right? Experiencing it now might be different, right? You can conquer with me, right? They are part of the life when you register PhD. That's where all the problems start to come, right? The one that is supposed to be with us might not be with us anymore. And then we have that particular issue, we have that particular dilemma. But to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, right? You might not know me, you never met me before, but just take my words for it, right? When it comes to motivation, it's not only come from other people, right? Supervisor can craft, supervisor can somehow make the journey a bit clear. We can give you the guidance, right? We can give the guidelines. We are there to supervise, right? But the truly, when it comes to the motivation and understanding to build up that one, my dear students, it comes from within us, right? You have certain type of motivation. Supervisor also have that certain type of motivation, right? Both of us need to put these two into the picture, right? We have to be part of it. As I mentioned just now, you cannot achieve if we are alone, right? So you have to acknowledge that other people also play their role. You also need to play our role, right? We are there to play our role so that both of us can sit down, both of us can achieve the success at the end of the day, right? So motivation must come from the within, you yourself. So now, what is actually motivated you when you actually decided to go for PhD? What motivate you? What are the things that actually come and make you decisions to come and join that journey? Anyone? What made you to choose that to decide to register for PhD? Anyone? No one? Okay. All right, I'm not so sure whether you guys are listening to me or not, but let me try to see. You guys are good, right? You are with me, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. The issue with Zoom is I cannot see. the audience. I don't know how to see the audience. Okay, never mind. All right. Okay. What actually motivated you? Right. What actually something that you uphold until at the end of the journey, right? Able to create condition that allow supervisor to be motivated. That will be our part, right? And then we have to acknowledge our learning curve is different and it's very unique to many factors. The reason why I say that is because of when you do the comparison in managing supervisor and supervisor relationship, some supervisor have many supervisee. They have many students under their observation, under their supervision, and students tend to compare, right? But if you want to compare, you also need to take a look different type of competency. Right? You don't compare something that we are born to be different. Like example, some of us are good in terms of writing, right? So they can write a lot, right? Some of us actually a bit slow in terms of writing, and then we tend to use a lot of time to do the thinking process, right? Some of us can get the momentum very fast. Some of us a bit lag in terms of getting the momentum. So these are the uniqueness of each one of us, right? Okay. As a supervisor in managing the students, what I will do is I will only evaluate students based on themselves. We are not supposed to compare, right? Don't compare. Human beings are born to have your own strengths and weaknesses. We do have that, right? The only thing we need to know now is how to appreciate the strength, how to use the strength to overcome the weaknesses. You have to acknowledge first. We have to acknowledge that is our weaknesses, right? When you know that we are a bit lag in terms of writing, what can we do to make it better? Because like it or not, we have time frame that we have to abide, right? Some of you want to finish in 3 years. Some of you want to finish in 3.5 years, right? Some of you might have different expectation, right? So the issue now is how to solve that. Right? For example, like me, right? I am not good in terms of writing if I don't have the structure. That's me, right? So when I want to write, I need point form. I need something that I can elaborate. So first round, when I started my PhD, I put down all the notes, right? I put down all the points. Then every single day is me and try to enhance that point, right? So this is what we say. You have to see your strength and use your strength to overcome your weaknesses. And what to do this, right? Supervisor meant to be there to in terms of guide. Right? Guidance can be given, but remember, those who actually want to go through that path is the student itself. So you need to be there. You need to be able to articulate your strength and be able to see what can you do so that that particular journey, that particular pathway can be go through. You can actually achieve the objective at the end of the day, right? Supervisor, when we take students, our expectation is somehow we want student to have few characteristics, right? We want that, right? It's not something that we hope to be very high, but at least the fundamental need to be there. For example, when we take student, let me take me as an example. No? When I want to take student, I ask them to register and I hope that they are having this characteristic. I want them to impose certain structure. I want them, those students, to be independent thinker, right? I want them to be self-motivated, right? Good in finding solution for any problems. Know how to create initiative, right? They can build up networking very well. They can self-govern themselves. They can also rely to themselves, right? You might ask me later, supervisor, it's not fair. You are if you have all these characteristics, meaning that your process supervision will be very simple. It's not about having simple supervision. It's not about having to simplify anything, right? But these are the fundamentals. These are the basic characteristics that we want students to have because PhD journey is about supervision. That's why we appoint supervisor. We don't appoint writer. We don't appoint those who are different names, right? So when you want to have that particular journey, in the first place, we do hope this, right? But now you are telling me, let take a look of this characteristic, right? Even without PhD also, these are the characteristics that we hope students to have, right? Why do we have this? This is not to simplify the process of supervision. This is to make sure that the journey a bit smooth when we want to mitigate, right? You know, independent thinker. Independent thinker means you know which at least know the basic chapter. At least know what are the in chapter number 1. So when we take problem statement, you actually know the basic idea what is problem statement, right? Okay. Problem solver, right? You get yourself stuck with certain problems, right? You do that approach first, then you come to us and we will discuss, right? You will discuss. But sometimes students, when they come in, they don't even have any proposed solution. So it's quite difficult to find times to go and do the chronology and try to find what actually we need to do, right? Okay. You will do data collection, be it quantitative or qualitative, right? Okay, at that point, at that junction, we do need students who can go and get that data collection process at least to gear up and to have a smooth type of data collection. To do that, you need networking. You know how to go about, right? Okay, that's why for my student, the one that you see my wall of fame just now, if they are international student, I will ask them to collect data at their home country. Right? I try my level best not to put them at the host country because I don't want them to have problem later due to the fact that they might not be familiar to the situation, to the environment. Right? Okay. Self-directing. Know what to do, know when to do what task. Self-directing. Please don't expect the supervisor to give you a message, right? Alarm signals, right? That there are a lot of due process. We cannot expect that, right? We cannot expect that because in managing relationship, we need to have that understanding, right? So you know the times basically due to certain period of time, we need to finish up certain things. We need to have this awareness, that type of thinking, right? Okay, these are the few characteristics that we supervisor actually expect from the students. We do understand also, right? As a supervision, we do understand when student approach me, right, as a supervisor, when you approach anyone having that characteristic, right? The reason why I approach you because your expectation. Actually, the expectation is to we want to supervisor to provide positive criticism. Am I right? You do hope that your supervisor can give you the constructive type of comment, right? You want to have something that you can improve further. That is your expectation, right? Supervision also, when it comes to effective supervision, we want students to feel welcome. And students also want that, right? They don't want to have any type of very toxic type of relationship, right? We don't want that. We hope that student supervisor can make us feel comfortable enough so that they can talk, they can communicate, right? When we have this orientation, when we have this type of positive relationships, right? That's why it becomes effective, right? So from there, if you don't feel like you are being under pressure, if you don't feel like you are being under any sort of uncomfortable situation, right? This is where you start to give opinion, right? If I in a situation that become a bit hostile, right? I might not be able to think what more to expect to speak up, right? So that too play a very important role. Make students feel welcomed, right? As a result of that, you're going to have effective relationships. Students also expect effective supervision to be having regular and timely meeting. These are the expectations, right? We do understand. As a supervisor, I also understand, right? That's why for my side, for example, the initiative that I take, being a deputy dean is quite busy, right? It's quite tied up to a lot of work. But I cannot use that as a reason not to supervise my student. I cannot use that reason because that is responsibility that I decided to take when I approve you to be under my supervision, right? So to replace regular and timely meeting, I have my WhatsApp groups. And a student can post, student can ask questions, right? When the time comes, I will do a WebEx session because a lot of students under my supervision are international, right? Very few of them are the local, right? Even we local also due to COVID, they are not here, right? So we do have that. So when we have this WebEx meeting, right, the WebEx that I have with them overall. All of them come together. They also have specific meeting with certain students. I do have that. That is for me to catch up with students on how actually and what actually they have done. So regular and timely meeting. Okay. Student also expect supervisor to help student to stay on track, right? The issue with sometimes this regular and help student to stay, right? Here come the issue of motivation. So when you want to manage the relationships, right, the students and supervisors, right, we have to understand have different expectation. These are the character of student that supervisor want. In relation to that, managing relationship, we also need to have to weigh, right? So effective supervision, these are the expectations coming from the student. We want to have this, right? Okay. Understand, right? But due to certain things, students sometimes in our relationship in supervision, the students, we do have a situation whereby we hit the wall. We feel like it's at the end of the journey. Somehow the tunnel feel like it become very, instead of become very bright, it become very close, right? The end somehow appear everywhere, right? So we feel frustrated. So based in terms of this supervision, I know students, you guys are having this issue of deadlines. Right? We have a lot of deadlines. For us as school of management, if you want to go for Viva, you have to go through certain process. One of the process is proposal defense, right? Okay. After semester 3, if you still have not done your proposal defense, there's going to be a notice. There's going to be a notice, a gentle reminder coming from the office say that you are already about to go to SEM 4, which is your almost go to third year, right? Okay. The gentle reminder. Having that gentle reminder sometimes also feel a bit hurt, right? Okay. But that's something the process need to be done, right? Supervisor also will send a reminder, right? So send a reminder because we know that we need sometimes to finish out all the things. And that also become one of the stress, which I also have that issue when I did my PhD, right? The deadlines are the one who killing me, right? When you realize today that you already submit the registration form, tomorrow you realize that you already have a lot of issue. Now I can see a lot of you. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
You can see, right? Okay. So that will be in terms of deadlines, right? You also have issue of poor direction. This is a bit controversy lah, right? Source of stress. A lot of students, in fact, coming from mine also, they think that it's a poor direction. Even though I have, from supervisor side, I think I have done a lot of things. But from their side, I don't meet up the minimum expectation of them. So the claim is they are still having issue of poor direction, right? Okay, that also becomes source of stress. Searching for novelty. When you register for PhD, people are looking for what are the novel thing, what are the new contribution, right? Also that question is enough of having us to feel a bit demoralized, right? Even though we know that is our expectation. We know that when you come to PhD, they need something that it need to be a new contribution. We know that for sure. When we agree to register, we know that. Unfortunately, throughout the process, it becomes source of stress, right? Searching, feeling not getting anywhere, right? Also, that going to be a source of stress. Students of mine also keep on coming saying that they don't achieve anything, right? Being a perfectionist sometimes kill us softly, right? So they don't feel like it's an achievement. So that's why sometimes we're going to take a look how actually we want to reduce this source of stress, right? Fear of failure. Do you guys have that? Fear of failure. When I registered for my PhD, I'm so scared that it might not be a successful journey. It might not be able to end as what I planned. I do have that issue, right? Feel a bit scared, feel a bit worried. What if? That what worried me a lot of things because I am under the young lecturer scheme. I have to go back straight away within 4 years. Those days 4 years to come back 4 years, clean up everything. Meaning that all done. Got your signet letter. We feel that pressure, right? Especially those who are under sponsor. You know that, right? The elements of sponsorship also can be source of stress. But those who are self-sponsored also, it becomes so stressful, right? We scared that it might not be able to finish on time, right? Too many direction. Sometimes we feel the supervisors, especially when you have two, one say A, the other one say B. You have that, right? Sometimes you only have one supervisor, but today this supervisor say something else. Yesterday say something else. Too many direction. Sometimes the source not coming from the supervisor, it comes from the teacher. The more you read, the more confused that we will be. You have that issue. These are the source of stress. The reason why I put up this to all of you is because I want you to understand that we acknowledge this. Supervisor acknowledge this, right? But the issue now is in managing supervisor and supervisor relationship. How to solve this issue? In what way that we have to go about to make sure that we can, if it's not eliminate, we can reduce this source of stress, because we know, right, when we are having stress, it will not turn out to be something that going to be favorable, right? The most likely it will turn out to be what we call burnout, what we call depressed, right? So we don't want up to that extent of having source of stress. Right. To be fair to you guys also, right, let's understand what supervisor want, right? The expectation coming from the supervisor, right? Okay, you already know the characteristic and how supervisor are looking forward to have students who are having that characteristic. Supervisor also have their source of stress, for your information, right? You might compare with us later, Dr. Siti, source of stress for student got 6 boxes. My source of stress for supervisor only got 3. Is it mean that supervisor have less stress? No, my dear, we are not here to measure who has more. We are here to see how we want to manage that, right? Okay. For information, this is coming from my own perspective, right? Sometimes it get a bit stressed because we have many students, right? When I say that, some of you might say, deep in your head might say, okay, in that case, why you take many? Okay. There are many reasons why we have to take students sometimes, right? If you want to go to the reason, you might not believe to what extreme the reason will be, right? Okay. Under my supervision now, I have 25 students, right? But that's not considered many. Some of my friends even have more than 30, right? The top 2 researchers at School of Management have almost 40, right? So we have many students. To cater one by one the needs and the requirement, it might be a handful type of task, right? So that will be one. To give guidelines, right? Guidelines need to be given based on what the expectation coming from the university. But for your information, I'm not so sure about University of Malaysia Pahang, but for us, sometimes it change. As simple as this. Previously, we have some sort of reward for GOT, graduate on time. But now, starting in January, there's no more reward of GOT. Right? Okay. It might look simple to some of students, but some students take it as a negative reinforcement, meaning that it change the whole perspective. They are eyeing to that particular GOT due to the reward, right? Supervisor also have that perspective. Unfortunately, when it changed a lot of things, right? Okay. Previously, the other big change is they have to publish. Previously, they don't really much care about the publication type of publication. Now, students have to publish at least go to ERA, right? Or go to Scopus, even better ISI, right? But let me ask you one question. How long actually it takes? Students feel that pressure. Supervisor also feel that pressure, right? Even though university say only acceptance, they don't care much about the publication date. They just want it to be accepted. It can be another 3 more years. But to get that acceptance letter, it will be another process they have to go. Now, students have to go and prepare too. Supervisor also have to guide too, right? How to prepare a thesis and how to prepare that particular journals. So that will be a guideline, guidance that will changing. The biggest source of stress maybe come from your own expectation. Supervisor also have that, right? The reason why I put up these 2 source of stress coming from student and coming from supervisors, I want to highlight to you that when we want to manage this relationship, please acknowledge that we also have stress, they also have stress, right? When we manage that particular thought, it will help in terms of our motivation. We can make a reason why sometimes supervisors or students behave in certain way. All right, so we have to acknowledge the problem first. The issue now is in terms of motivation is we always want people to understand us. We put up less attention on how we have to understand people, right? But that relationship, if it's want to be a quality, if it's want to be an effective relationship, my dear students, you have to acknowledge both parties play their roles. So we want people to understand us. Let begin that process of we understand the people first, right? Okay, that two factors, that two push and pull factor need to be there. Then only we're going to be able to manage that relationship. If it's only one person play a role, be it coming from supervisor or coming from the student, we might have less chance of having an effective relationship, right? So that's why I put up the two. You also have this motivation issue, right? We have issue of motivations, right? Sometimes because of false expectation, right? To be fair to you, right? To be fair to all students, when you choose your supervisor letter, choose if it's not coming from exactly the same, choose someone who can assist. Right? You have to acknowledge that. You have to be able to know this. Don't get a wrong expectation. If you're asking somebody who are coming from different field, you might have problems to convince the person to agree with your thought because we are having different background, right? Okay. Failure to see the whole picture. Registering for PhD is not an escape clause to run away from any issue. It is not, right? Just because you start with PhD does not mean the whole world stop. What I'm trying to say now is problems, issue, conflict will always happen. It will always be there, regardless whether you register a PhD student or not. But sometimes we were thinking that, oh, we get ourselves stuck with work. Like, let's be a student, because I still remember during my master, during my undergrad, being a student, it's such a lovely moment, right? You don't have that. You don't have that privilege anymore. Reason being because PhD is about supervision. PhD is not having any class that you are tidying your class with. You don't have exact due date. Like student, we have, okay, this week we're going to have exam. Next week, we're going to have a very structured type of curriculum. But when it comes to PhD, we govern, right? You know that you have to do proposal defense. You know that you have to do viva. But no one can dictate you when it's supposed to be, right? When you are ready, supervisor say that yes, ready, then you will go to that particular layers of filtering. So that's how, right? But sometimes even my student also, sometimes they came in, they were thinking that, oh, it's good to have PhD because it's such a journey to be a student, so no pressure. You don't expect that, right? So meaning that motivation issues sometimes coming to the fact that we fail to see the whole picture. Personality clash. I think you can just concur with this. Either we experience this on our own, or it comes from stories from our friends, right? Okay. I also have this. Right? To tell you the truth, I have this. Sometimes the chemistry is not there, right? But I am trying to find some way to adjust this, right? If you want to have the quality relationship, when you know the personality clash for some reason, please do some negotiation. Please do some negotiation, right? So we are matured adult now. We have to be able to speak up. We have to be able to sort this issue. How actually we want to go about and solve this issue. So the issue now is not to prioritize anyone, right? It's not that we are prioritizing supervisors. We are not prioritizing students, no, right? The priority goes to achieving the scroll. So what can we do? What can we do? What should we do? Right? So we might want to let go some of our hardcore personality, right? So this is part of negotiation and try to accommodate. This somehow common sense and accommodation type of feelings tend to be very less now. We want people to agree with us without knowing that that particular person might have their own view of something, right? So sense of respect, sense of know how to communicate will always be there. So if you want to manage supervisor and supervisor relationship, you need to polish this characteristic, right? Do not prioritizing on oneself. That's not our goal. We have to achieve together this goal, which is going to have a benefit for both parties. right? You also have motivation issue for other pressure. I do understand this. Some of my students she came from Jordan, right? When she arrived here, she left the 2 kids in Jordan, and now she's having problem with the 2 kids. She need to rush back to Jordan, right? So she just arrived for 1 week, then she got a phone call that you have to be there. This is other problems that might be there, right? Families issue that might be there, personal issue that might be there, right? But in managing supervisors relationship, we need to know how to solve this. I cannot go and send you to Jordan. I cannot do that. I cannot sponsor you to go back and come back. We cannot do that. Supervisor cannot do that. What can I do? Negotiate. Negotiation is very important. So I talked to her. I told her that you can always go back, right? Before you go back, we need to polish this framework first, right? At least when you go there, you don't have to communicate with me 24 hours around the clock, but you can work independent because we already have a solid framework. This is how we polish. This is negotiation. So to do that, to have that polish of framework, what sort of discussion that you need? What sort of teacher that you need? So it's supposed to be a discussion between how I have to accommodate, right? So it's a win-win situation, in other words, right? So do not put pressure to anyone else. Know how to communicate. Obviously, the last motivation issue come from lack of communication. I have witnessed many incidents whereby the problem start with only miscommunication. You don't understand the person say, the tone of voice differently, the culture, everything becomes such a big issue because we don't communicate, right? You have to go and polish this. It's not what you say sometimes, it's how you say things. Right? It's not what you say, it's how you say things. Sometimes the way you say it is so hurt. People listen, sound in different tone, right? That is another challenge when you are having an online session, right? Sometimes tone of voice, sometimes we don't know what situation that the person is having that side, right? The voice suddenly go up and then we take it personally. This is a room of discussion, right? If you notice that, then you have to be clear. You have to be able to step up and say, okay, there's an issue here. I have to shout a bit because I'm the environment that you might not listen to what I say. So I'm not scolding anyone. It's just that I need to speak up. Even with that also, with that simple thing, it becomes a huge issue until we want to change the supervisor, we want to do this, we want to quit from university. We have a lot of issue, but it all starts with a minor issue that can be solved if only we communicate. All right. Okay, that will be in terms of motivation. So you have other things. These are the expectation basically, student might think that your thesis is the big chunk of the pie. The supervisor thinks, on the other hand, we do have other things. Like me being appointed as deputy dean, I told you just now, there are many things that I have to divide. That chart, somehow this pie chart become the green parameter become very small. Right? I have to chop this to 25. I have to chop part of it for my family. I have to chop it as part of my duty as deputy dean, as well as being a lecturer. Right? So all this to be part of that particular pie chart. The issue now is not to make it bigger. The issue now is how to accommodate so that the space can be enough for everything. That will be in terms of managing the supervisor's relationship, to know the expectation and to identify the stress. I purposely put up this picture. I always mention to my student, I'm using this my own student also. It's not that you have to, today register, tomorrow finish chapter 5. No, we don't expect that, right? A little progress each day. So keep on typing, keep on come and see some room for improvement. Search for it. If you know that we are not good when it comes to methodology, right? For example, attend courses. We do have like at USM, we do have at school level, we do have university level. You do have that, right? Sometimes it's not about writing chapter 1 to chapter 5. Sometimes it's about like this session, the motivation side, right? I know sometimes we can write, it's just that our mind become a bit blur, a bit blank because of we have this motivation issue. So that's why I told just now, it's good to have some motivation in between. So don't keep on just go to the workshop that you are polishing your writing skill, your research methodology skill, your analysis tool skill. Spend some time to take a look in terms of understanding what is the motivation side. So the inner side also need to be polished a bit. So little progress of everything. Little progress of everything. At the end of the day, it might add to a very big result. That's what we are expected at the end of the day. Nah? Okay. I don't have much slide. I only been given 1 hour. So I have prepared you a very brief in terms of bit on motivation on how to manage the relationship. So is there anything that you want to ask, or you want to communicate, or you want to ask some tips? We can always talk about it. Let's use this about 10 more minutes to at least have some two-way of communication. Shall we? Anyone? Or would you like to ask for opinions? Sharing? Anything? Anyone?
Prof. Siti, can I
Yes,
ask?
go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Yudi.
Okay, in your opinion, what will be the characteristic of the good supervisor?
Characteristic of good supervisor.
Because you mentioned just now the characteristic of student and so on, but sometimes, you know, being a supervisor, we are not be perfect. Many things, as you mentioned just now, many things we have to do, a lot of pressure as well, and we managing multiple students. But in the perception of student, they might thought that student the only one under supervision need to pay attention and so on. I'm not sure because you are the experienced one. In fact, Prof. Siti is my lecturer, my teacher, my guru. What will be your opinion, Prof?
Alright, for those who don't know the relationship between me and Dr. Yudi, right, to indicate how old I am already, right, when Dr. Yudi did his PhD, I just came back. Kan, Dr. Yudi, nah? Okay,
Yep.
obviously you are a good mentee lah, I would say, until now. Alright, Dr. Yudi, you are asking from the perspective of supervisor, right? We are trying to understand what actually the expectations, right? What can we want student to understand us? I told you already, it's a two-way communication. It's a two-way relationship now. In managing the relationships, right? We have supervisor and supervisee. Dr. Yudi and the rest of my friends, those who are listen to me, students expect us to be a mentor. Students also expect us to be the knowledge of the subject, the key person of the subject. Right? They want us to give timely feedback. They want also us to be open. They also want us to be very positive. At the same time, give a true guidance. Right? Okay. Those students who are listen to me, it's not easy to play many roles together. Right? I told you already. Right? It might not be as what you expected. Okay. Different being because of, the reason being because of maybe the expectations coming due to the fact that you thought that we are the subject matter expert. We are subject matter expert. But we are not expert in the topic that you choose. Right. Between supervisor and supervisee, when you go with a topic, you are the expert because you're going to have a PhD to that particular topic. Right? I did mine in leadership. I did mine in career management. I did mine in knowledge workers. I can give you that particular thought. Right? Okay. But when you propose something, for example, like leadership in China, for example, right? You are the expert. Right? You are the subject matter expert. Right? So you have to bring in. So the process of supervision does not only come from the supervisor. You also have to give that particular thought. The issue now is when you expect us to know everything, right? We supervisor cannot. We don't memorize. I'm not so sure at UC Malaysia Pahang, but here at school management, I don't memorize all article in regard to leadership to all research contact, to all countries. I don't need to do so, in fact. Right? That's why I need the student to come in. So when you want to bring leadership issue in China, for example, you have to guide me. You have to let me know because I never been to your province. Right? I don't know the culture there. But when it comes to leadership, culture play a role. So you need to educate us. So let it be a relationship that both of us guide each other. All right, okay. I told you just now, I'm not talking about the rest of my friends, right? I am, you saw my profile just now. I am a mom, even though to only one daughter. I also a deputy dean. I am also supervise 25 students under me, right? I might not be able to do every single day. If I spend every single day, the whole month spend only for supervision, which I cannot do that. I have to go for teaching, right? I also have to do my own research. I also have to do my own personal matters, right? There are many things that I have to do, right? So have some courtesy at least to know that these are the things that I have to do. These are the things that you have to do, and let it be a win-win situation, right? Feedback, Dr. Eugenia, feedback. I try to overcome. I'm telling you, I created the WhatsApp group, right? Some students even message at 3 o'clock in the morning, asking for feedback from the problem statement that she or he give at 1 o'clock in the morning. So when you say timely feedback, 2 hours, maybe you will say that it's too long because I just give you 1 page. Agree. I can read within 20 minutes. I can give you a feedback within 1 hour. But I waited for 2 hours. You might say it's not fair, but please take a look of the time. You send at 1 a.m., you expect at 3 a.m. in the morning, right? No one can do that. Right? So that's how we create. When you want to manage relationship, it need to be a win-win situation, right? No some personal space. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I shouldn't ask about my problem statement, even though I just give this person 1 page. Cannot. Because that 1 a.m., the time is allocated for something else. Right? So I do carry other responsibility. Right? Same goes with supervisor, sometimes supervisor. We give our own opinion, right? But when you give your opinion, do not try to test the student. Sometimes I do have friends who purposely ask questions to test. You already know the information, but you want to test. It's not for us to test, right? You want to give feedback, give constructive type of feedback. Let the person do the thinking later, but not at that moment try to downgrade anyone, right? Not to destroy anyone feeling. That's for my perspective, Dr. Yudi. So I still believe that it need to be a win-win situation. It need to be a two-way type of communication.
Thank you, Prof. I think that's the key, the two-way communications.
We do have expectations, student. We do understand. I'm talking on both of my view, right? Problem always be there. Just want to share a bit. I think Dr. Yudi know this story already. When I started my PhD, 2 weeks after I started my PhD, I lost my mom. I lost my mom. So when I have issue with families because my younger sister a bit not stable at that moment, right? I went to supervisor. I went to my supervisor not to ask for supervision, not to ask for thesis, not to ask for anything. I just went to him, say that I need some space. I feel like I want to put a pause to this, and then I need to focus to my family. My supervisor say, you can do that, but you still have to come back. You still have to do this. So why don't you just split the time and try to manage the emotion and try to manage the responsibility by not having a pause? Because if it's a pause, you have to get that momentum back. So he told me that it's going to be quite difficult, Siti. If you leave now, you want to come back after 1 semester, you have to gear up everything back. So at that moment, the supervisor does not play a role when it comes to thesis. He did not mention anything about the teacher review. He did not mention anything about the part of chapter number 1, but would rather be a friend who give an advice in terms of these are the view. But of course, it's going to be my decision at the end of the day, right? But what I'm telling you now is sometimes Dr. Yudi, Dr. Putri, and the rest of supervisors who listen to me, we need to know what are how the student come and approach us, so we can map this accordingly, right? Student also, you need to understand, don't test us. Sometimes students, they say, okay, doctor, give this article. What do you think of that article? You give us 5 minutes to read that article in front of you, right? We have to do the summary. How actually you feel if we do vice versa? And I always believe this. Sometimes students, they just give article, summarize this. How I'm going to summarize this? In what way? From what perspective I want to summarize this? right? So rather than do that, managing relationship, you need to be respectful enough, right? To come and talk to us. At least you have some ground of that what that article is all about. So we can have some discussion. Right? Or else it will not be fair. I always mention to my student, you don't come and see me unless and until you have something that you emailed me before. It's not that for me to dictate, no. Reason me because I want to have some time sometimes, right, to digest, to understand, so that I can give you that what we call openness, timely feedback, and meaningful type of feedback. All right? How about that? Is it fair enough to say that? Or students, those students, would you like to share or would you like to ask anything? We promise that whatever that you say will not be used as something that go against anyone. Zuria, you raise your hand there.
Okay, Assalamualaikum,
Waalaikumsalam.
Dr. Okay, actually, I'm asking on behalf of my friends.
Go ahead.
Okay, my supervisor here, he's here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, okay, I bet for my friend case, dia punya supervisor has done the part, student have done their part. Okay, but
Okay.
what if the warning sign or red flag is there? Macam supervisor tak reply WhatsApp, reply email, or give
Okay.
any comments
Alright.
about the students' work. So
Okay.
what is your opinion? Okay, what is your
Alright.
advice? All right, thank you.
More than happy to assist, Zuria. Thank you for asking and say hi to your friends. Supervisor did not reply. Supervisor did not give feedback. And I feel like your friend is one of my students, right? Guilty as such. Sometimes, Zuria, I'm not justifying myself, right? Supervisor also human being. We also have problems, right? For example, last 3 months, I was quiet for 2 weeks with all students. Reason being because I lost my sister-in-law, right? My sister-in-law got 2 kids, and that 2 kids are very close to me, right? And the youngest one, the day that his mom passed away is the first day of his SPM, right? So to that particular point, Zuria, I just redirect my attention instead of looking at the work, including my supervision. I focus a bit more to the family matter. So for 2 weeks, I was keep quiet, right? And then actually one student actually messaged me saying that, Dr. Siti, I have not gotten any feedback from you, right? So the sentence is a bit harsh. So I feel a bit hurt. So what I'm saying now is, Zuria, if it's red flags there, try to see maybe there's a reason. There's a reason why. All right. Try to understand also supervisor as much as you. We are also human being. Both of us have that subjected to a lot of feeling. Okay? Maybe that. So it's not going to be fair if it's only 2 weeks to make a conclusion. To raise that red flag even higher, being given the incident only 2 weeks out of 3 years of supervision. But having to say that, if it's happened frequently, I believe all university have their own grievances channel, meaning that you do have your room to voice out and to ask. Like in our case, Dr. Yudi, the procedure is still the same. We do have our TDR, we do have our dean, we also have our postgraduate alliances. What they will do is we have 2 types of colloquiums. They voice it in general, like one we have, and then dean and deputy dean of research will take up that matters. So that's the procedures, right? Even we go to IPS or university lah. So we have our internal control, which I believe you guys also have, right? If it's red flag, Zuria, I think your friend also listen to me. If it's red flag is too high, it's high time already, high time already to ask for help. And I always believe that you guys have that proper channel. Right? Use a proper channel first. Do not go and publish at Facebook. The whole world know the issue except for Universiti Malaysia Pahang. That sounds so bad, no? Don't do that. Go to internal control mechanism first, and from there you can take up the comment from one level to another and see what is the maklum balas, what is the feedback. No, you might think, Dr. Siti, you are a bit unbelievable positive. Maybe because of my area of research, I am more OB, behavior type of person. But I also believe that I always believe in discussion. Dr. Yudi kan, whatever problem you can come and talk to somebody. Go and reach. You just need to reach to the right ears, right? And do not penalize just because of one person. Do not label the whole organization. You always have us. You always have this support system. Come and talk to us. Us mean coming from your side lah, right? Okay. If it's fair enough, Zudia, do you think the answer is fair enough?
Yeah. Thank you.
We also have this. I just received last week one email from student who cannot cope with the supervisor and want to change. One supervisor. Then I didn't say anything. I just go to TDR and say take up the matter. So we have our internal investigation and see what went wrong actually. If it's truly going to be helpful to change, we will do that. But we want to know the reason why, because we don't want that contaminated issue or problems being spread without the initial issue being solved. All right? Is it fair to say that? Many, you know, if you have like me, I only have one kids. I have one kids. Every single day I have 1001 dramas, right? What to expect when you have somebody under your supervision who come from different family, right? They be different way being brought up, different culture they are coming. Of course, we have different issue, but we are here to sort so that we can manage relationship very well. Okay. Anything else that you guys want to ask? Anything?
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Siti.
Assalam.
Okay, all right. I would like to ask you about the relationship between main supervisor, co-supervisor, and the student. What is the ideal relationship? What are the kind of ways that they can interact better by not focusing too much on the main supervisor? You know, some of the students are only focusing on the main. So how would be the ideal situation? Okay, thanks.
All right. Okay. Thank you for the question. You have main, you have co. Sometimes we also have field supervisor. Okay. It's quite difficult to draw the line. What are the responsibilities? As for us, for example, as core management, main supervisor play a very extensive role. Meaning that if they want to go to proposal defense, if main approve, they can go. If only co approve, they cannot go. This is how tremendous the role played by the main supervisor, right? Okay. The chemistry need to be there, Dr. Putri. When you decided to have main or co, I'm not so sure your procedure that side, University Malaysia Pahang, but our side, main come first. Then only if it's a requirement to have co, the main will agree first. The form need to be signed by main. So that's how we appoint co, right? So agreement need to be there. My way of thinking, my way of doing almost all the time, when I do this supervision process, I'll make sure my co is with me. So meaning that the student will not see the co separately, right? Because I want to contain the direction that they have. That's how I did. Even if I co also, I'll make myself visible enough to the main, right? Sometimes, Dr. Putri, I pity the student because they got A from main, they got B from co. And then for them to put up the comment, if they put up main, then comment coming from co, if it's totally different, they will be asked later. So the dilemma is actually not coming from our side, the dilemma coming from the student side. So if you can help the process by reducing the dilemma, by having the discussion together, it will be good. It will be good. If you cannot make a student, if you cannot make a decision which one should follow, main or co, right? Main or co, try to see the justification. You have to do a bit of homework, right? What way that actually the point from main is justified and why, and point coming from point B, person B also need to take into account. So you have to see the justification. I think if you bring in the justification, both can see the reason. Try not to have a lot of conflict lah. So to tell you the truth, Dr. Putri, that's why sometimes I don't approve my student to have co. To tell you the truth, because It's not that I don't want to, but then I do have I do have the priority to the student actually. So if the student want to have a co, actually I ask them the reason why. It's not being control. I'm not
Yeah.
any sort of control. It's just that I don't want to have this issue of dilemma of what having problems. But I am very much being approached by co. Some of the students that you saw just now are under my co-supervision. But if I'm the co, I will make sure that I'm visible enough to be part of the process. I don't disappear for quite some time, then came back, give opinion. I pity the student. Because both of us, we are already graduated. We know already, but it's just that pity the student that have this issue. So if you can find chemistry, sort that things out between main and co, it will be good to help the student to have that journey.
Okay, understand. Means
Can.
you would like to avoid that kind of situation, right? Yeah, understand. Okay.
In OB, we have many type of handling conflict. I am conflict avoidance person.
Okay.
I avoid conflict even before it reach me. That's how I have done it. But
You
to
can
those who
focus.
so we know our friends. We know students. We know our friends, right? They sometimes that chemistry not meant to be there. So what can we do, right? But if it's worst case scenario, I have to be. Sometimes I being asked to put that person as co. Then I will try to put aside, be professional enough. I did that. I put that all the aside. But as much as I want to respect other people's limit, I also have my own limits. So it need to be a win-win. Again, it need to be a diplomacy. It need to be a commodity type of relationship.
I see.
Boleh
Okay.
lah. I hope you understand lah. Read between the line lah now.
Yeah. Will do. Okay, thank you, Doctor.
All right. Anyone else? You guys are in a good hand. I believe that you are already in a good institution. You have a good process. It's just that sometimes we cannot, there's no one solution to fit all the problems. So try and talk to somebody and reach to what is the real issue, right? Before you go to social media. Social media sometimes it make even worse the scenario. It doesn't even solve it.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Come to us. Right? You do have the 2% that I know. I might not be able to identify the rest, but Dr. Putri, I know you based on other previous discussion. Dr. Yudi, I have you part of my life even before know USM so much also. Okay, we know that. So I think you can reach to the right ears. Okay, anything else? Oh, it is coming from only certain school? You guys are coming from like a seminar for certain school, is it? Because number of students not that many, no? And I believe you have more students of PhD. Am I right to say that?
Yes, that's correct.
Right, you have more? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
There are some coming in from other faculties, so yeah, that's the thing.
All right, it's okay. But my topic is general, so they can come in and listen.
Yep. We have our staff, so they really want to improve themselves as supervisor as well.
Yeah. The fundamental before I leave, I just want to highlight this again. Just keep on remember this. Both of us are human beings. As much as you also got a feeling, supervisor also got a feeling. Supervisor, as much as you are so stressed, student also have that particular milestone that they have to achieve. So try to accommodate all this so that it's going to be a smooth sailing type of journey. Okay, over to you, Malani.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Prof. It was a really nice sharing session. So I guess we all get much input from this session. So before I end our session today, can we have a picture of memory from this session? So I hope everyone can turn on their cameras.
Your time. You need to be happy face.
Thank you so much, Dr. Siti.
No worries. It's good to have this different type of session, right? Or as we're going to only focus on one school of management only. No, it's good to have this outside exposure. Rani, you are ready to take photos?
Yes. Okay. So yeah, smile. Okay, done.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Dr.
All right, thank you for inviting Dr. Putri, Dr. Yudi,
Ya, terima
and the
kasih
rest of
banyak.
your friends. We have Dr. Azim also. Nice to know all of you. I might not be able to call all your names, but I wish you all the best for your journey. You are part of my prayers, and believe if Dr. Siti can do, I think the rest of you guys also can do. Okay. So whatever problem that you have, just focus. All right. Okay. From School of Management, thank you very much again. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, take care. Salam.
Bye.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Prof. Assalamualaikum.